Yep.
Hi guys, how is everybody doing? Welcome to another meeting of the UWI Actuarial Society, and we're happy to have all of you. So can you please just drop a message in the chat with your name and year so that we can have you recorded for attendance. And now about our meeting today. The theme is what is actuarial science? So we'll be breaking ActSci down for you in the simplest of terms. What exactly is this major all about? What can you expect from your courses? And what options will this degree give you for the future? All of these questions and more will be answered by our two very special guest speakers. So now I'll hand things over to Celine, who has the announcements.
Hi guys, can you hear me? I'm just testing one last time. Hello.
Yes, Celine.
Okay, so the first announcement, I feel like, am I frozen?
No, you're actually good.
Oh, okay. So the first announcement is mentorship, guys. I know you guys have been seeing our IGTVs on Instagram. Big up Shamar every time, and all the mentors and mentees that help to make those videos. Those videos are just to show you guys the importance of the mentorship program, and that it's not just one-sided. Both the mentor and the mentee benefit from the mentorship program. So I'm saying that to say the mentorship program opens today. The form opens today, so just look out for the email with the link to fill out the form. The next thing is our jersey design competition. If you guys saw the email that was sent on Sunday, we sent it out, and we showed you guys that if you're interested in designing our jersey for this year, then you should send your design to ueactualsociety.com, and remember to send your name, your year, and contact information, so that if you do win, and by the way, if you win, you get 50% off the jersey that you design. So, send your submissions to ueactualsociety.com, and the subject should be UAS Jersey Competition 2020. If you didn't hear what I just said, just check the last email. It's there, I promise. The next thing now is merch or merchandise form that also opens today. So if you're interested in buying t-shirts, like you see the black t-shirt that Jordan is wearing, the purple t-shirt that Daniel is wearing, if you're interested in buying any of those, oh my gosh, and we have visors. If you guys want visors too, you can fill out the form and make your orders. And as I said before, the links will be sent in one email after the meeting. So keep an eye out. And oh my gosh. Okay, so some of you may not know, but the executive board right now is actually not complete. We're supposed to have 10, but we only have 8. So applications open for PCC and Deputy EAC today. So PCC stands for Public Committee Chairperson, Publications Committee Chairperson. Oh my gosh. So that person works with the PRO. So all the flyers and the videos that you see, the Instagram, all the activity on Instagram, the PRO and PCC are responsible for that. So if you're interested, if you feel like you have graphic designs down and video editing, and if you want to show the world, then definitely come help us out. The form, again, it will be sent in an email after the meeting. And for the Deputy EAC, that person works with the EAC now, and the EAC, External Affairs Chairperson, they're responsible for outreach activities. And you might be thinking, outreach, we can't even go outside. But don't worry, guys, we have a way for you guys to get EAC points. So if you're interested in outreach, definitely fill out the form if you want to apply to become the Deputy EAC. And by the way, Deputy EAC is only open to first-year students, and PCC is open to all your groups. So if you're interested, fill out the form. Yeah, and the last thing, membership requirements, guys. So the first years, they probably don't know about this. So I'm just gonna have a quick thing outlining. Daniel, are you gonna share screens? Oh, yeah, so a quick thing outlining the membership requirements. So you need a minimum of 40 points to become a member, and it might sound like a lot, guys, but it really isn't. So as you can see here, we assign points based on categories. So there are four. You have club involvement, outreach, attendance, and payment of membership fees. So every time you attend a meeting, the secretaries, they always make a note. So every time you attend a meeting, you get 2 points, simple as that. And I know you guys love our meetings. So it's not going to be hard to get those points, 10 points down quick. And for the EAC points, we have, as you can see there, we have tab for a cause and free rides. Those will be our main way of getting points for EAC. And if you don't know what tab for a cause and free rides is, we will be explaining it later on, but I promise it's simple. And the club involvement / membership points, if you interact with our social media, you'll be able to get those points. So we'll be having games on social media, and if you participate and win, then you can get points. And as I said, guys, it's easy. I promise. Promise is easy. So yeah. I think that's it. Oh, and if we realize that you're participating a lot, like we will, like the executive members will see you, will notice you and be like, oh my gosh, that person, really does a lot for the club, and we might give you discretionary points. So the point system, it might seem like a lot to the first year, but it really isn't. We made it feasible so that everybody will at least get the minimum of the 40 points. And membership fees, I didn't mention that. That's also really important. We want you guys to pay a minimum of $300. I know that's not a lot of money, but yeah, a minimum of $300 for this semester to get your points. Yeah. Yes, I think that's it. And if you didn't remember anything I just say about the forms and everything, they all will be sent in an email after the meeting, and all the information that you need. So just look out, check your emails, guys. Okay. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, guys. So we're gonna hand over to our first icebreaker, led by Shamar Green. Shamar, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. My camera might not be working. Hello. Oh, you can see me. Okay, hey guys. Our first icebreaker is taboo. So, anybody want to volunteer? You can just raise your hand, and I will message you in the chat privately for the word.
Well, guys, don't all volunteer at once.
Something was wrong with my computer.
Wait, did I see Danya?
Yeah, I see Roderick.
I'm here. What is taboo? How you play taboo? What is it?
Okay, so I'm going to give you a word, and you're supposed to basically use words to describe it to us without saying the word, and there will be taboo words under it that you also can't say.
Okay. You can send one as long as I don't want to turn on my camera, so it's talking, so sure.
Turn on the camera would be nice as well. Okay, so I see Roderick first. So I'm going to give him his first word.
You don't need to turn on your camera. That's okay.
Roderick, you can begin.
All right. Well, hello everyone. Is everyone hearing me well?
Yes, Roderick.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going through the, the rules one more time. So I must just use other ways to communicate the word without actually saying the other taboo word, right?
Right.
All right. So this will probably help with the second years. The second year's meeting have helped me with it. All right. So, when you have a series of payments being made, yeah, a
Wait,
series.
can I play?
Yeah, you can play too. What's up
Wait,
from
somebody
play?
in the chat. So
Ah,
Stuart.
yes, Jordan. Jordan gets it right. Lovely.
That Julian Hines? That
Yes,
oh
it
yeah,
is.
No,
she
lie,
start
lie, lie. Sharina said first. You will say it first.
she start the class.
All right, so the answer for that is annuity.
Right? Rodrika gave you one more, and then next up we'll have next person was Stuart. No?
Tanya.
Oh, Daniel. Okay.
All right. So the other word is a derivative of. It's a way for you to safeguard against bad things happening. So when people die, persons have this so that way. Jesus.
What?
Well, of course. That's one of them. Okay, let's see it. Maybe I got it. Did she say it first? No, like, oh, Sharina, come in hard to this, sir. Sharina answered the question in well hard. So Sharina got the answer, it's
Oh
insurance.
wait. Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. Yeah, the answer is insurance.
Daniel, I sent you your first word.
Alright, so it alright, so is the something where tell you if something gonna happen.
Whoa.
So the something man, it tell you whether this a gonna happen or that a gonna happen, man.
Tanya, please.
Cool.
Alright. Well, is either this a gonna happen, there's a this chance of this happening, or a that chance of that happening.
Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna.
Justin get it.
Probability.
Probability.
Wait, so green isn't chance one of the words you can't say?
No.
Oh. Well
Yeah.
then.
Who is the other person, Green?
I sent Daniel one more.
Okay.
Oh, send me one. I want to play too.
You must look, you must see. Period.
Yeah, it's so hard. He has so many sayings.
Exactly. Yeah, so that was Kirk.
Tanya, not.
Type in the last one, the one to you, Daniel.
All right. When you say you're sending it to Daniel, you mean me or?
Sent it to Daniel Nicole. Oh, yeah, on here as yes as well.
No, because I don't get any message. That's why. Is Zoom you send me it? No.
Yeah.
You say yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
Zoom.
it was WhatsApp. I don't see it on Zoom.
Yeah, I'll just WhatsApp it to you then.
Thank you. Okay, guys. Wait. Okay. So you have to do 13 of these and them well hard and them
Professional exam.
expensive. Right. But
SOA.
yeah.
Silly.
Mostly.
I don't like that.
I mean,
Wait, was that the last one for the
I'll
round?
send in you one more.
you guys
Alright,
can
so after
turn on
this
your mic and
one,
shout out the answer, though.
yeah, after this one, we're gonna have Jordan to come and introduce our first speaker. All right, so the other word is LOL. I can't do that. That's too easy. Okay, so in this, all right. So you learn about annuities
In
and
the math?
yeah,
That's it?
Wow.
yeah. I was gonna say math 2701, but then I
Don't
just
give
saw
this
that I
for
couldn't say
taboo.
that.
It's too easy.
Too bad. All right, guys. So we're gonna hand over to Jordan.
Hey
Tell him when
guys,
you're
so
ready.
I'm ready now. So our first speaker for today is no stranger to the UEAS family. All third years are blessed with the opportunity to know this intelligent young lady. As a proud graduate of Campion College, our speaker today kept the same energy and excelled in the actuarial science program at UWI Mona. In addition to receiving a Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science with honors, she was also awarded the title of Honorary Executive Member of the 2018 to 2019 academic year. The title was given because of her significant contribution to the running of the society, as well as her willingness to go above and beyond as a member. In addition to her academic pursuits, she's also a small business owner, catering to our sweetest desires with her delicious and most definitely beautiful pastries, which you can find on Instagram at CakeFarmJA. To know her is to know a dedicated young lady who is walking in her purpose and whose words are much more inspirational than she even knows. Without further ado, help me to introduce our guest speaker for today, Miss Gabrielle Bethune.
Hi, everybody. Afternoon, all. Also, are we muting? Everybody's muted. I'm not going to hear
Oh,
nobody.
Oh, hi.
hi,
Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Gabby.
What's up? All right, guys. I'm very, very, very happy to be here. I'm very honored that I was even invited to come back to speak to you guys a little bit. First of all, excuse all my background noises. I live in country, and you know that go already. I'm not even going to waste any time though. So Danielle had approached me and she asked me to speak to you guys about what is ActSci, my experiences, as well as what am I currently doing with my degree, right? So I think the what is ActSci would be applicable mostly to first years, because second and third, if you don't know by now, God bless you know. But um first for the first years on the call, I would say ActSci can be split into four main categories per se. So it would be investments, insurance, pensions, and statistics. So somebody who said, all right, you know, fresh out of Cape, sixth form, I'm looking for a major to do at UA, and you choose ActSci, more than likely you would have had a strong background in math or econ or stats. So that's the direction when people ask, oh, sorry. Yeah, that's very true. It's really just something to do with math. Most people don't understand that it goes into investments, insurance, pensions, and even statistics. So I think most people tend to jump into ActSci because you're the cape and you're just like, all right, cool, done this, pass maths, pass probably physics or something. Need something for UA. Not doing so sci. I will not comment further there. I I like math, and the only logical thing that's left for you to choose is ActSci, because most people not going to the math education. I think there's another math degree, but that just kind of started. So ActSci is what you fall into without really knowing what it entails. So one of the misconceptions though is that when you jump into ActSci, you're kind of gonna be an actuary, and then that's it. So you jump into ActSci, and at the end of ActSci, you're going to be an actuary. First of all, that is a complete lie. At the end of ActSci, you have an ActSci degree. Full stop. You are not an actuary. No matter what people, no matter if you're up on the road and you're just like, yeah, man, I graduated from UWI ActSci. And I'm saying, oh, yeah, actuary. No, I'm not an actuary. I have an ActSci degree. I'm not an actuary. Where the actuary part comes in, and I'm sure you've heard club members speaking about this, is when you actually sit your professional exams. And I believe there are three categories or like three ranks. fellow something. I don't really know because that's not my calling, but I know that there are certain levels that you have to do to qualify to actually become an actuary. So I think that would cover the bases, right? You can unmute your mics and let me know if I missed anything.
No, man, all the bases are covered.
Perfect, Dan. Thank you. All right, moving on to my experience. So what we can do with the ActSci degree? Yeah. I'm gonna get to that soon. I want to talk a little bit about my experience during ActSci and what the degree itself has taught me outside of the book work. Because a lot of people get so caught up in, okay, I need to learn this, I have to understand this, but you miss the other lessons in life that you learn while doing a degree in general, especially doing ActSci. So one of the main things I would say that I learned during ActSci, my degree program of ActSci, is how to work in groups, right? ActSci, I would refer to is one big group project. There are very few people who can do ActSci alone and survive at the end. If you don't have a little friend here so you can say, yo, Kirk has stressed me out, or Nordia is killing me, I need help with this, you will not get through it. If it's even for them to give you like advice, just the advice alone is something that I think, and the comfort or the company is something that I really think I experienced during ActSci, and it had helped me to actually get the expected end that I did get, graduating with a degree, honors and everything. So for those who feel as though you just want to come your way and I'm just going to kind of be selfish and I have past papers and I'm not going to share it because it's one A alone give out at the end of the 3 years. My wise words to you will be, please share the past papers. If you do what you call them, problem sets or something like that, if you do a problem set and you actually get the answers, please to share the problem set answers with your people. I don't mean to like just copy it and then submit it, but the reality is that some people will not grasp things as fast as you may, and vice versa. They may be strong in at math, God bless at math, and you may be strong in statistics. You have to come together. That's where the strength is, and that's where you're really going to excel at the end of the 3 years. If you do it by yourself, boy, I may tell you, some will make it, and then some will transfer to suicide. Right. So that's one of the main things I really wanted to share. You cannot come into this degree program thinking that it's just me and it's me alone. I'm gonna make it by myself. You have to really band together as a year, as a group, even between years, to really survive, and not just survive but thrive. So you don't want to just graduate with a P or like the C minus. Yeah, the lowest that you can graduate with. You don't want to do that. You really want to achieve something great. So sticking together is the best thing you can ever do. There was something else that I wanted to say. Oh, yeah. Another thing as it relates to my experience during ActSci, and a big lesson I think I learned is don't compare yourself to your peers. I used to come. I think some of my friends are actually on the call supporting. I love you guys, but I used to compare myself to my friends as it relates to grades and how well I was doing. I would have to start studying from last week for the exam 2 weeks before, while them can study the night before and shell it. And for a second, I was just like, am I not good enough? I don't say don't, or what? What is happening? The reality is we're all different, and we have different calls, and we have different graces, and we have different gifts. They may have the gift to actually study the night before and retain enough to actually pass. You may have to study 2 weeks before. The most important thing is that you know yourself. Once you know yourself and you understand that if I don't do this, then this, then this, then there's no way I'm passing, then you just have to do this and this and this. It really don't matter what your friends have to do. And I think a good friend may have to study during the I think a good friend will respect the differences, and if party a keep, if you know still do something there, they won't invite you out to a party because they understand how you have to get through school. You get me? So that's definitely another thing I learned during ActSci. So I want to get to what am I currently doing with my degree. So I graduated ActSci with upper second class honors, bless God and God only. And thanks, Celine. And I, my first official job, guys, was in marketing, right? I was a marketing, I guess you can say assistant for 1 week at a company that most of you guys know. I can't say the name because I think that girl is also on the call. But I was a marketing assistant for 1 week after after completing my degree and graduating and everything. No, I never graduated yet, but I completed my degree. And I say that to say that when I was in that interview and they were asking me, what I did in school, explain this, da 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 da, and I mentioned ActSci, them never even asked if I passed or nothing, like how much I passed with or whatever. I just mentioned ActSci and they were just like, oh, so you're smart. Automatically, people are just like, oh, I don't really need to ask you no more questions because you survive ActSci. There is a bias, I would say, having done a couple interviews, even though I don't like them, having done a couple interviews, once you mention ActSci, that people go, oh yeah, you can come work here. And I think that's something you can use to your advantage. When applying, I'm not saying it's gonna always work, but it at least is a step up from just, I guess, a regular degree. No offense to other degree programs, but ActSci is not normal, right? So once you mention that, you realize you have a foot in, or you have some leeway now to kind of show them your skills and what you learn, and probably not even just what you learn, but your capacity to learn. That is what I think ActSci, the edge it provides. A lot of people, when they hear ActSci, they're like, oh, so she have sense. So she's trainable, she's teachable, having gone through 3 years of rigorous learning with some ridiculous deadlines, ridiculous teachers. She actually made it out. It shows them that you have the capacity to learn and learn on the spot. Sorry about that. So after the 1 week at X company in marketing, I applied for, I think it was an internship at NCB because it was going on from earlier that year. Do you really have the program? Okay, I'll look at the comments after. But applied for the internship at NCB, got through, went in the following week, and I was just like, all right, cool. I already know what this is about. It's NCB Capital Markets. So I know it's in investments and money, but I don't really know what that's going to do. Having been there, I realized how much my ActSci degree, the skills I learned in terms of, being able to learn on the spot. So if somebody show me something right now, the chances are I'm going to get it faster than somebody else that they may show, just because of my brain capacity, right? And that is attributed to ActSci. I realized it was pretty much a breeze for me. So I learned so much that within 3 months, they actually offered me a promotion. And yes, Celine, they actually offered me a promotion, right? For a client service kind of role, etc., etc. I won't get too much into that story, but currently I'm still an intern. Don't worry about it, guys. The work role is kind of crazy, but I am functioning as a client service officer. You understand? So come October, there may be some changes, but I think the ActSci degree makes it very marketable. So you can fit in and do anything anywhere. That's really what it is, because you have the brain capacity. So I would say also ActSci has kind of helped with my business as it relates to the accounting side of it. Even though we don't know a lot of accounts in ActSci, you have some basic knowledge now of how to handle your money. Even looking at investments for your little income that your business is bringing in, so that you can make money from the money that you had made. You know what I mean? So you have steady income streams coming in now. I think it opens your eyes to so many other possibilities. You start looking at even insurance for your business, etc., etc., etc. So that's pretty much it from me. I was really hoping to keep it short so I could answer questions for anybody who has questions. Shoot, you can unmute your mic. I prefer if you speak, please. Guys, I've been on enough.
Did you have to program? Did you have to program something for a company, like program a code or something?
I've never programmed a code for anywhere. I'm never going to program a code for anywhere. You could have paid me enough money to program a code for anywhere. That's not my calling. I have a friend who is currently doing that now. He's not even finished with his ActSci degree, but he works as a programmer. I think he develops apps, etc. So that is also an avenue because we had to do a bit of comp-sci. We did R, we did JavaScript, Python. So you learn certain languages, even if you don't learn it to the particular extent, you have an introduction so you can actually go forth with some amount of knowledge if you want to do that.
Are you
But yeah.
currently pursuing your professional exams?
Who asked that question?
Tyra Cameron.
I don't know who you are, but hi, Tara. No, I'm not. I've been asked that question several times, and I'm just like, guys, why don't you leave me alone? I personally don't feel like becoming an actuary is what I want to do. I I would consider myself a business person. I'm not fully into business yet, but you have to be wise with just launching fully into business. If NCB is gonna pay you money, then you take the money that them pay you, you invest it in your business, you save some, develop your safety net until you're fully able to stand up on your 2 feet and launch out fully into business. The ActSci exams, that's kind of for me. I don't even remember what my ActSci notes look like. Honestly, guys, I'm not even playing. I don't, because it's not a passion. There's some people who are passionate about it and they want to be an actuary, etc. They want to be in exam. They want to do exams, investments, whatever. It's not for me. Anybody else?
Hi, Gabrielle.
Hi, Roma. I just actually strolled and saw you. Hey.
I just wanted to say thanks because some of the things that you explained, they're very similar to my experience so far. And just knowing that, that, it's going to be okay. I appreciate it because it can be pretty overwhelming, this degree, this program, and the fact that you were very open with us. We feel very grateful. So thanks.
You're absolutely welcome. It really is gonna be okay, guys. And something else, as you said that, Roma, is you see this being honest with yourself situation. I know you guys have parents, I have parents too, and they want the best for you, but it really comes down to you. They're not going to have to go to your job every day and do what you have to do if you follow just what they want. It's just the reality. Probably they break them heart, they will get over it. If ActSci is not what you want to do, meaning becoming an actuary, you don't have to do it. Finish the degree, you have various avenues that you can use a degree to accomplish, or the path that you can chart out with the degree. You get me? I feel like it's one of those degrees that really helps you to become well-rounded. So you can go anywhere and work anywhere. Thanks, Ash. Preach it. But yeah, anywhere. You don't have to be limited to even Jamaica, to be quite honest, especially with what's happening in the world now. Girl, listen to me. All you want to do is pass the exam them since you start the degree, finish it well, so you have something under your belt. And then the world is your oyster. It's not black and white. I thought I was going to have to become an actuary after doing the degree. I know I am not. I'm doing other things. So it's gonna be fine, guys. Just finish your degree as strong as you possibly can.
I'm sorry. Is that the Ashley Smith?
That is the Ashley Smith on the call, Dan.
Oh my God! Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
My friends always support. I love them so much.
Hi guys.
Oh my God, are you not at work, child? Anyways, question.
I'm working from home.
Oh, okay.
For the people who don't know, Ashley was our past president for which academic year? That no, 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. So see, not only we keep telling you, once you join the family, you never leave. So you come and you support your friends, you come and stop by the meeting. It's family forever. So we just want to shout out Ashley for being here. We really appreciate it. Even though you're supporting Matthew, but it's okay. We love you the same way.
Man. All right, guys. Any more questions? I'm not entirely sure how much time I have left, to be honest. But
let's see. You have space for 2 more questions.
Okay, guys. Any more questions? Business.
I meant to ask. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to know, like, at what point did you know that you wanted to do entrepreneurial stuff on the side? Like, I know people always preach it to us that guys have multiple streams of income, but it's not for everybody. So I just wanted to know, like, at what point did you decide that this is what I want to do?
Okay. Fifth form. I remember at the end of fifth form, said to one of my friends, "Yo, I'm gonna start baking cakes." He was just like, "Yeah, girl. Anytime you're ready, I want a cheesecake." So that was fifth form, 2 years of sixth form, 3 years of ActSci. That's like 6 years until I actually started. Because I never really believe in myself. I kind of had a dream, but I didn't know how to go about it. So I kind of pushed it to the side. You know, you're going to school for your parents, so you have to go to school. So I did ActSci, went to school. And then it was actually in my last year, the last week of exams, I was just like, so bro, you're really not going to try a cake thing for true? And I think I had like 3 days in between exams, and I put up a little WhatsApp status, say, hey guys, I'm making chocolate covered strawberries. I only have 3 spaces available. Anybody wants to jump on the opportunity? And 2 people took it up. And I was just like, crap, no, I actually have to go and make chocolate covered strawberries because they're paying them money. And I had exams, I think it was a Friday. And me, the supermarket, Wednesday evening, Thursday, I try to find things to make chocolate covered strawberries to deliver it the Thursday afternoon to then come home and study for my exam on Friday. So it really was crazy. But I think it got to the point where I was just like, are you really not going to give yourself a shot? You finish your degree now, pretty much. Are you really just going to go into the workforce and not even see if you could have did it? Maybe. Try a thing, seeing that you had a desire from before. And from that, I just never stopped. And I think I'm like a year and 3 months into my business. And you know, I can buy like the KFC a couple times out of
Yeah,
the
girly.
profit. Bless God. But yeah, that's really how
Yeah.
it went down.
Love that. And I see other people saying that in the comments, they love that as well. So guys, I have
Appreciate it,
time for
guys.
one more question
One more.
for Gabriel.
I have a question. I don't know if you said something about this, but did you ever consider going for your master's in anything?
Oh, funny story, right? I actually said to a couple of my friends the other day, Deborah just saying would never do a master's. I am more of a short course kind of girl, right? But I learned recently that um I'm be careful of the words that I say because if I have a particular dream, it may just be the only avenue I can go through to achieve that dream. So I'll share with you guys. I have another business idea coming up on the way. Don't really have no like groundwork done yet, but I do know that with what it will require, there are certain people that will not take your advice unless you have a particular level of education backing it. You get me? So while I would really just the short courses and it's cheaper too and more convenient, I realized that some things that you really want to achieve, you may have to sacrifice. So I'm saying that to say, I won't say I won't do the masters, but it's a possibility. It's just God, no, God, I forgot help me with it, but it's a possibility that I will do a masters. But it's
Okay,
gonna be in
thank
business
you.
though, nothing else. You're welcome, Rushan.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, I'm gonna sneak in this question. So Shamar was asking, how would you rank your UA experience from 1 to 10?
Ooh.
UA or
Just
ActSci Green?
yeah, I
Because
was just about to ask.
You can
Oh,
do
you said
both.
you or? Okay.
No, you can do you with that.
Yui, out of 10, I would say 6.5. Why? I was driving home from UA one day and it was really like a hurricane. And I don't know why I brave and said I'm going to drive to the front gate, guys. My car essentially washed away and I was stuck out there in water in the night. So I take off like 3 points for that. So you will get a 6.5 from. I don't know why I'm not just fixed level the road. Anyways, 6.5 for UA. I'll give ActSci a 7 because there's a teacher. I'm not really call no name. Not really call no name. But there's a teacher. You understand? For those who know, you know. And she kind of ruined a lot of things for me. But Seven is alright. 7 that pass. 70. Imagine you get 17 at maths. That's like a A. Anyways.
You shouldn't have said
Hold on.
she.
Oh.
No, it's who.
They can't figure it out.
Listen.
We and above can figure it out, but the ones below us can't.
Yeah. The facts are the facts. And if
Yeah.
anybody asks me, I will say the same thing, to be quite honest.
Period. Well, guys, thank you. Well, not even guys, Gabriel, thank you so much for coming and taking the time to talk to us. Like, a lot of people don't know, Gabriel is one of my faves, guys. Like, Gabriel is the reason I ran for PRO. Gabriel was trying to influence me to run for VP, which I did. But I hope you guys get the same feeling from the speech that I get anytime I speak to Gabriel. Her words they have so much power. I don't think you guys understand it. But I just want to thank you so much, Gabriel, for coming on behalf of ActSci, actually, not just from me. I just want to thank you for coming and sharing your experiences with us and, dropping out the tidbits and all of that. I learned a lot, and I know a lot of people took away a lot from what you said. Gabriel, not you. Sorry, Gabriel Jones is saying you're welcome. Not you, Gabriel.
Girl, it's fine. I have no problem sharing.
But thank you so much. As you know, you're welcome to stick around for the rest of the meeting if you want. If not, I know you probably have things to do.
Guys, you don't know some of that work right now?
I'm screaming.
But I'm honestly going to stick around for the rest of the meeting. I'm tired, man. But yeah, I really am grateful that you guys invited me. I want to hear the next guest speaker as well. I feel like that's going to be lit. Right.
Yeah, the next speaker is another one of my faves, guys. So, today is a very fave-packed day. All right, so right now we're going to hand over to Crutchley. I think it's Crutchley to come on the icebreaker number 2. So Crutchley, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so it's just a quick game of Pictionary, guys. So I'm going to message any volunteers, or if you want to message me in Zoom, and I'll send you the word. What is that green? Okay, I'll start with Misha because he's the first one I saw. Hold on.
Hello, what should I do?
Okay. Actually, am I in? Yeah, you have to share screens, and I'm going to send you the word, and you just have to draw it, and everybody guesses.
Okay, how do I draw?
Remember we did do it for alpha, the other something.
Confusion.
But I need my phone at the time. I don't remember how to find it on my laptop.
Oh, look somewhere for that.
Oh?
View options and then annotate.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sending you now.
Oh, funny. View options, annotate. There we go. Oh, what's the word? Sorry.
I sent it in Zoom.
Sorry.
You
We
see
can't
it?
draw. Oh, yeah, wait. I see. Hold on. Right. All right, I got this. I have this. Don't worry. Right.
And you guys can all turn on your mics and just shout out the answer. It's fine. We want to hear your voices.
I
Ring
feel
road.
like this is very bad.
Hold on.
Balloon.
Oh,
it's not ring road. Trophy, medal.
Nah, guys.
Should we make the color?
Oh, sorry. I
Still say Kingston College.
I was going to say the same thing from City Purple.
Yeah, another problem. Really.
Okay, most of it they're ActSci related. That's a hint, I guess.
Oh,
I said trophy.
I mean, this one is kinda. It's not. I use it for a metaphor.
So this is nothing. Ballon d'Or, Jano.
I don't know what this is.
watch out. I'm going to draw a woman now. You see me?
ActSci Awards dinner.
Yeah.
2020
That's not it?
It's not that?
I'll tell you, I must Ballon d'Or.
Oh my gosh.
Remember when I said huh? Okay.
Brianna.
Green.
I don't know what's...
ActSci because this doesn't look anything like ActSci. Think of a woman.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for
It's
the
a
ActSci
phrase.
profession.
Think of a woman, guys.
Oh, fortune teller.
There we go. That's
Yes.
I thought you said you had to do with ActSci.
You know, I
never
was
just said
thinking
that.
That's why I'm
yeah.
saying it's a metaphor.
No,
'cause
brother, you ruined it. It's
No,
okay.
Rashawn,
Still
if you
haven't
didn't,
said the
if you didn't
answer.
say that, then I'll.
it's in a crystal ball.
I said it's a
Rashawn, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense, Rashawn.
Thank
And
you
it's
for
a
whoever
turban
just said
looking
that.
thing.
It's a good John, Michelle. Just Rashawn mess it up. So.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Wow,
Thank you.
wow.
I know I did
It's
my
a
part.
metaphor for an actuary. Wow, thank you for that, Brian.
You shouldn't have said that, Rashawn.
Yeah.
Misha, you want to draw the next one, or is somebody else gonna volunteer?
Michelle can draw the next one while the other person's volunteer. You can message Green in the meantime.
Okay, yeah.
It's not like I said me.
Green, you cannot draw.
You think he's got sorry?
As in,
Daniel, I
Green
heard that.
knows the
Daniel,
answer.
I heard that.
I'm not guessing. I'm drawing.
Oh, all right, fine.
Guys want me to draw?
No,
Gabby. No.
Oh,
It's
we remember
alright.
Scuba Gabby. What do-
It's alright.
If you guys need a drawer.
Guys are not nice.
A draw or no?
Michelle, set the the chat back to everyone.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
No, Rashawn. I must say you forget ban. My gosh.
What did I do?
I agree.
An actor is a fortune teller, basically.
Great. Rashawn.
Don't tell your fortune.
Just
next word.
Hey,
I give you a little hint for draw, so you can know for draw.
If you draw the individual or no.
I mean, yeah, you can draw the individual.
Okay. All right. So the answer is the individual. All right. I'm gonna see. Okay, I'm going to that.
Sure.
It'd be very similar. Let's go.
Actually, no, I want specifically the word, but you can use that individual to help you.
Okay, I guess. All right.
Why is Rashawn being so complicated?
I'm okay.
Is this is ActSci related?
I guess.
Yes.
Everything is ActSci related.
It's some dish.
Kirk.
Wow. Okay. What is that?
Oh.
It's Kirk.
You must
Not only look, but you must see.
Okay, got you.
Read what?
What's your next word? But having the answer. Math.
Obia.
Me done it right now. So I go wait.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
So that's the word, Obia. Okay.
Wait, so the word is obia or is the word Kirk?
The word is obia. That's what Rashawn just told me. Even though I'm just the fourth teller.
Oh man, Rashawn.
Yeah, I can't make it too easy. Everybody are gonna
I can't make it too easy. Alright, sorry.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else volunteering?
Green.
Let Green do it.
Ignoring
yes,
me.
I forgot he was a person. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
Yes, I agree, Jason. He's very quotable. Well, I don't always say trotted.
Wow, why you give me this?
When we had online,
You're the one who came up with it.
when we had
What is my phone doing?
my
And
first
see the drawing? Is it white or something? I can't
Yeah,
see.
we can't see anything.
I see his name light up.
Just change the color.
The color, yes. See these straight lines?
Yeah.
Are you using a ruler?
It's freehand. Totally I
Shut
draw.
up.
No, you're using the line. So.
Shut up. House. Yui.
Lion boy.
SciTech. Why am I the only one guessing? I don't hear anybody else.
Library.
is this?
What is classroom?
Tent.
Oh, no, no,
Hangman.
Hangman. I was thinking it no
Lecturer.
I was thinking hangman. I don't.
Lecturer. KFC.
Green, I think it's tired.
This is so hard.
A whole bunch of nothing.
A little
I'm just making
singers.
everybody know that Green came up with this one, so you can't
Not
judge
for
me.
me to draw.
Are you a volunteer?
This is so easy.
This is ActSci relatable?
Yeah.
It's UE related, really.
What that's a folder that
That's
says
what I
CT?
say in Sci-tech related.
Fine.
Later, all the
It's a lab, a chemistry lab.
Somebody said the shop in front of the library.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Auntie Jackie.
Oh,
Thank you.
Why you drawing?
Why you draw it like a house?
Oh my god.
What am I supposed to draw? A square? That's actually perfect.
That's actually, never mind.
You have the money.
It looks like a flag that says 20 on it. I don't know what that was.
The woman inside
Thank you. Thank you to whoever got it.
Okay, I guess. No, let me not do that. Yeah.
I like guessing.
I feel like you're bullying me with these.
Okay, while you're drawing, one more person volunteer and then we have an announcement for you guys and then we're going into the second speaker.
God. I know I should have done art.
Okay, I'll admit, I feel like these drawings are kind of hard. Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't guess it. Hold on.
Oh.
Just guess if you want.
C5.
Suitcase?
I can't draw that.
Is that a bench? I don't know what's happening. Bench?
Not draw.
Is it a board?
Green, get to the point.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Is it a classroom?
C5. No, which classroom this is. Guys, can I guess?
C5.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you can guess.
Oh, crap.
Is Green gonna get to the point?
Is it classroom that we always have the classroom macaque?
I cannot draw it.
I know him don't start draw.
Which class?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
The one across SSLT where we have meeting.
What's it called? Like
something. I don't know what name.
SSLP1.
I think
This look like C5 though.
That's why
This
I
look
said
like a
C5.
suitcase.
It's not a building.
It's actually look like a suitcase.
It's not a building.
Green, what are you drawing?
This is a suitcase.
A bird?
Yes, it's a bird. Thank you.
What?
Oh, white knights. No.
Spirit
It's not UE related.
Oh my gosh, it's not you related.
It's
I
a
really
bluebird.
don't know what.
Wait, Crutchy, you send the word to the other person?
Oh no, I haven't checked the other person. Oh, hold on.
It's a bluebird.
Twitter.
That's Savannah? Okay, you can
Yes,
send the other word to
please.
Savannah.
Savannah.
Okay.
So the bird should be right there.
Green, please.
No, I can't send the word to Savannah. I feel like she'll guess this one based on the word I give her.
So not
Send it after.
Yeah, so I'll wait.
Oh.
Thank you, Jason.
No, you know what? I think we should just scrap this because I
Bird
don't know what
box.
it is.
Oh.
It's a bird. It's a
Bird box.
bird, and it's a building. The bird is on the building.
What?
No, somebody in the chat.
I say a building.
Towers.
New York somewhere.
It has to do with the ActSci profession.
What?
What?
A bird?
Oh, you
SOA
mean pelican.
headquarters.
Pelican.
A pelican is an actual profession, Celine.
Oh my god. Green.
Oh
this
my
is the
gosh,
worst drawing I've ever
Sagicor.
seen.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's
you couldn't use little green.
Sagicor of a bird.
This has a bird as a
Poor. That's poor, Shamar. That's poor.
No, but why would you give that word, Rashan? How somebody is supposed to draw?
First of all,
Green and
Green
blue.
is suggested this to me also because he didn't like the other ones I had. So blame Green.
If you did put green in
We
it,
could have
maybe.
drawn a
Okay.
5K run
That was
going on.
so bad.
No,
So,
no, man.
I didn't
I'm
want to
not
make them
doing
too
this
easy
again.
though.
All right. So Savannah is drawing, and then time is
No.
it?
I'm waiting on the word. Please.
I'm
All right,
sorry.
ready,
I'm so sorry to be honest.
ready.
You're not. Don't
This
lie.
easy, man. This easy.
Not going to get it.
Oh no, this start bad. Okay.
What's that?
Savannah, please. Savannah, please.
Oh my
And you
god.
guys don't want me to draw and look at that.
I'm drawing
No,
on my
Gabriel.
phone,
First of
guys.
all,
Please,
Why?
honestly.
Is that a candle?
yeah,
Savannah,
man.
keep
Like,
it PG-13.
right?
Oh.
Because I don't know what.
All right.
Savannah,
What?
please. Please.
They're not going to get it.
White
Yeah, they're
stars.
not gonna get
Let's
it.
just. All right.
White night.
Wait.
I am
How
so
much?
sorry. I made these too hard.
Candlelit.
You
No, wait.
definitely did. These are too hard.
This.
You can
Come
tell them the
on.
letter. Tell them the letter that it start with.
Should I?
No, this
Oh,
easy. Come on,
okay.
guys. All right.
Oh my
We
gosh,
can.
somebody got it.
For real?
Rina got it.
Love that.
Yes.
See, I told you
Guardian.
it's not
Cause that
bad.
was
It's not
Guardian of the Galaxy.
Savannah, please. Savannah, please.
You never see the man with him shield and
Savannah,
him
Savannah,
sword.
I could have seen the
No,
shields.
Savannah.
You could see it. You could
You
have
could
seen
have
it.
seen
stars.
and then you see
But
the
the other
stars
things,
for the galaxy.
I thought that was Barboya.
You can't talk in a green. You can't talk. So nobody.
All right, Jordan. All right, guys. So we have a little announcement thing coming up. So Jordan is going to tell you guys about that. Keep it short and sweet, Jordan.
all right? Short and spicy. So this is for all my sports lovers, all my people who you love competition, you're analytical, you're following up what's going on. So I think you guys know about Fantasy Premier League. If you don't know about it, Fantasy Premier League, it's a virtual game where you download the Premier League app and you get like $100 million budget and you choose your squad from real life Premier League players. And based on how they perform during the week, you get points. So we'll have that ActSci FPL table. You check it up weekly and you see what go on. And at the end of the year, we're gonna post up on the IGs and probably like the top 3, giving a little boostings and things. But yeah, guys, watch out. Robbie not good. Him team not good, isn't me? But if you want to sign up, just in the big group, just drop in your email. Like you can expect the email shortly. And I know that the Premier League season has started already, but how we made the table, it's going to be, I'm not coming last, I'm going to win. But yeah, how we made it is that it's going to start the points after game week 3. So anybody who hasn't made their team yet, don't worry about that. Just send an email into the chat and we'll add it to it. All you have to do is download the Premier League chat, download the Premier League app. But yeah, guys, forward, it's really fun.
All right, guys, and I know some of you might be wondering, no, there are no points attached to this. It's just for fun, just something to keep your mind. All right, Savannah, please. Just something to keep your mind off the stresses of, what's going on in the world and school. So just something relaxing with the ActSci family. Okay, then Celine has one thing to say quickly about the.
Okay, yeah, yes, guys. So remember at the beginning when I mentioned that we have 2 positions open for the exec. If you don't want to be on the exec, like directly, if you're not ready for all that responsibility, we also have committees for you to join. There's a PR committee, treasury committee, and EAC committee. So if you're interested in any one of those, please sign up. The form will be in the email that is sent after this meeting. Okay, thanks.
All right, guys. Well, it's that part of the meeting again where we're going to have another speaker. No, as I alluded to before, this speaker is also a proud graduate from the Campion College and another proud graduate from the Actuarial Science program, BSc with honors, of course, because we don't say no pretty dunce around here. That's on period, JK. So after graduating after completing her degree, our next speaker, she entered the Miss Universe Jamaica competition and her slogan was mathematician in a bikini because also No pretty dunce around here, guys. In addition to that, she recently launched her small business, Au Natural JA. Check them out on Instagram for all your beauty needs. You know, your waxing, your tinting, your sugaring. Sis is coming out strong. And another addition to that, sis is a celebrity. Sis is a YouTuber. Make sure you're subscribed to her channel. You don't want to miss anything. If you guys could not tell, the next speaker is my friend. She is one of my faves. Allow me to introduce Janelle Baldy, and she'll be coming to speak to you guys about her experience with ActSci and so on. So, yes, guys, Janelle Baldy. Janelle, you're on mute, you know?
Yeah, you might mute it all this time. It's still muted.
But yes, guys, in the interim, you know, I've always been sending you guys a link, so just go subscribe in the meantime. Follow both of their business pages on Instagram. I mean,
Cake Farm, JA.
yeah. So, okay, so on one end, you have the sweets to make it nice and happy on the inside, you know, and then you have the waxing and the tinting and the beautification to make it nice and happy on the outside. What more? Come on, guys, ActSci is a package deal. What more could you ask for? Right? Okay, so while Gina is sorting out the mic thing, anybody have any questions so far about anything we mentioned throughout the meeting? If you have any FPL questions, I don't understand it because I don't do sports, but I'm excited. It sounds like a fun little thing to do. And I know the males in here are excited, sorry, the young men in here are excited as well. Oh my God, is that sexist? Maybe women are excited.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm not a techie person. So, wow.
Wait, you're on your phone?
You're muted again. Jesus.
It's like sideways.
You're on your phone?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on,
Can
clear.
you see me?
Yeah.
I can't see me. Okay. Hi guys, I'm so sorry about that. Oh my God, I'm so bad at this. But hello everybody, I'm Jenna Baldy. How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Hey, Jen. I don't see a big door and no phone there. Yes, let's get started. So Danielle, she said a lot, like she said basically everything. So I'm just gonna give you guys a rundown of my ActSci experience. And I was really happy that she chose me or she asked me to do it, because when I was doing ActSci and a lot of people came to speak, a lot of these people were just the brightest of the brightest, and these people were just the people that were doing 2 exams in first year and graduating in second year and starting a company before they're 6. And I was not that kind of person. I was a very, I'm not gonna say a regular student, but ActSci did beat me bad. So my first year was year 1. Year 1 was okay. I think year 1 is a very good year to judge how ready you are for the next year to come, because it has a lot of critical thinking, a lot of detailed analysis, and that's what you really need to complete your second year. And year 1 was just kind of year 1. Nothing what you learn in year 1 never really matter, in my opinion, after, if we keep it in a book, when story come to bump. But it was a good year to get you settled in and just ready to see what you'd have to take on in your second year. Second year, honestly, people, my second year was my worst year of existence in life. That was the hardest thing me ever had to do in school. I couldn't manage. I couldn't keep up. And I don't know why it was so difficult for me. I think it was just because of the amount of background that you require to learn certain things. For example, actual math, and courses are slipping me, but there are certain courses that you need a level of background and a lot of personal research to complete. And I just couldn't catch it. I couldn't catch it. And the teachers were just moving so fast. And some of them just plain, they never care. And if you were behind, you were just behind. So that was my very first year actually failing something in life. I've never failed anything before. And so that was a reality check for me that, not everything is going to come easy, and it's something that you really had to work at. So I failed actual math in second year, and boy, I was sad. I was sad. I was sad, and I started seeing symptoms of anxiety. And these are things that people don't talk about when we talk about university. We talk about the course load, and we talk about how hard this course is and what you need to do to complete this course, but they don't talk about the mental health. They don't talk about the social aspects and all the other things that are happening around you that will definitely affect the way you do your schoolwork. And so second year was just. But from that year, I earned a lesson, and that lesson was really to just go at your own pace, because at that point I was looking at everybody else around me, and there are people that were doing ActSci exams already, and me couldn't even catch the actual maths. I was just like, what am I doing here? Like, what is even going on? But go at your own pace, because I needed to fail that subject to go to summer school to focus on that subject, because a lot of what I learned in summer school or understood in summer school, because that's when I started to understand actual math, was what I needed to complete my third year. And because I went to summer school in second year, my third year was actually a breeze. I really enjoyed third year, simply because I was understanding more, and I kind of had an idea of what was expected of me and how much work I needed to put in. So third year was way better for me. And yeah, so my whole, what do you call that? So the whole summary of my experience is literally to go at your own pace and to just take it one step at a time and compete with yourself, focus on your own personal improvement. I'm really happy that I did ActSci, because a lot of people don't know, I was actually enrolled in civil engineering for the first week of school. I get scholarship people, and I just could not do physics. I know people might say I give up too easy, but I'm just knowing for BL, you know? When something is not for you, it's not for you. So I came to ActSci, and I was really happy because it exposed me to a lot of other subjects that I just was not exposed to before, because I went to Camden, and Camden is kind of like a STEM school. I don't care what anybody wants to say. That school teach lawyer, doctor, engineer, actuary. And so I was focused on the sciences, and so I wasn't exposed to accounts. I wasn't exposed to econ, and I really like those subjects. Like those subjects, I got some of my best grades because I was genuinely interested in those subjects. And I mean, apart from the fact that they're soci subjects, but I had a good time doing those subjects. And through those subjects, I actually started my business, and I could be able to analyze the consumer markets. I was able to sit down and understand consumer behavior, and at the end of the day, check my profit, figure out how much money I'm making, what I need to input, and stuff like that. So I think ActSci is a well-rounded degree that really does make you a rounded person, and it really puts you ahead when you go out there in the game. Because I have worked in the corporate setting. I had an internship right after graduation, and I was working in a bank. Not my finest moment, but I'm going to give corporate another try, simply because I don't know if it's just the culture of that specific bank or it's corporate in general, but I'm going to give corporate another try. But I also worked in entertainment and marketing, and I was able to be a part of marketing teams that were creating the biggest events in Jamaica. Big up Jamaican all the time. So the roundedness of our degree really allows us to really just put ourselves anywhere and leave our mark. And with that, before I take questions, I'm just going to say that my personal mantra is a man that limits himself, limits his interest. And so you guys can see that I don't allow what society says to mold who I am. I really pursue my personal passions. I model, I do YouTube, I have a business. I am still looking at the world of finance. So go at your pace and pursue your passions. I'm not open for questions. I'm not asking hard things, you know.
Somebody in the chat asked, crap, where it gone? They're asking if it's that final years get jobs before they graduate. I'm guessing because both you and Gabriel had a job right out of school, they're just asking like if you get job as you graduate.
My job, so this is the important part of it, and I'm glad that so many of you are actually in this club, because you really need to network, you need to know your classmates, and that was something that was very difficult for me at first. I'm coming from a school whereas I had a lot of friends and a lot of people, but now I went to UA and I was a little fish, big pond, and it was very hard for me, but the few friends I made was a really good network, and so I actually got a job through a friend. So she started that internship and she recommended me to do that. But job hunting in Jamaica is the ghetto, guys. Like, you just have to hope and pray. There's nothing set in stone for you, not put on. You just have to hope and pray, network, ask around, ask people you see working at other places, and so on. If I plan to do any exams.
Oh, I'm sorry, you can answer that and then I'll talk.
Okay, so if I plan to do any exams, at the moment, I am really in a space where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do and where I want to end up in the long term. And if I do get another corporate job and I realize that I want to be in the world of finance, yes, I'll take on some exams or I'll take on a graduate program. But for right now, I'm really just going at my pace and figuring it out. But yeah, so that's the answer.
Okay, so I wanted to know, this has nothing to do with ActSci. I wanted to know, how did you get into like the beauty thing with waxing and stuff like that?
You know, I love telling this story, but I'm actually a girly girl. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I love the makeup, I love the nails, I love my hair, period. And so I used to do my own eyebrows, and my friend was just like, "Oh my God, girl, your eyebrows look so good." So I just like, they do, don't they? And at that time, I was really hating my job. So I just like, okay, I'm gonna do this waxing course because I personally also, before doing that course, I did a lot of research on sugar waxing, and I would make my own sugar wax and I wax myself, all of those things. And so I just decided to do the course and I ended up loving it. So I just continued.
Awesome, awesome. I use honey wax, but one day I can try sugar wax. I do it myself too, and I think it's really fun. It's very, very therapeutic.
It's nice, girl. Me love it. Me love it. Love it.
Where did you do your course for waxing?
Beauty Institute of Jamaica.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, someone said guys always get a skill, and I completely agree, because after I did my internship and I was offered multiple positions in the same company, but I just didn't like the environment that I was in. And that's the thing. I really make decisions that make me happy. So I'm not gonna pursue something just because my mother say I must do it or my father say I must do it. I've learned my lesson. So I really did not like that environment and I didn't want to stay there. So I declined those positions, and it's through my skill now that I'm actually making money. So I am on the job hunt. I am looking. It's not as easy as it was before because the Rona, but multiple streams are very important. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can get money, please. Thanks. Thank you.
The same question I asked Gabby. How was your experience and ActSci experience? 1 to 10. From 1 to 10.
ActSci experience. Hello, what is going on? I think I'm getting a call. Okay, sorry. Can you guys see me and hear me? Somebody say "I" and I'll continue.
Hi, I can hear you.
Okay, I was getting a call. Sorry. So my U experience, I'll have to give it a solid 6. And I think Gabby and I are a little spoiled, and I'm not gonna lie. And it's because we're coming from Campion, and Campion is a very nice, inclusive space. You feel very comfortable at school, and at that time, I had a lot of friends. As I said, I was doing it. I was living my best life in sixth form, and to just be injected in a society where I never really knew a lot of people. I don't really understand how a lot of these people work. Like I was just not making friends, and I was just not having a good time. But eventually it got better. So don't hate it here. You can't hate it here. You just have to do your degree and make the best of it. But after a while, you find your core group of friends and it gets better and you just push through. But yeah, 6 out of 10. ActSci for me, I think that our teachers are a little comfortable. So the level of care and concern that they should have and the level of help that they should give to their students, they don't necessarily do it. So, and me, I come from a school where my teachers were chef's kiss, top tier. So the teachers for me are what detracted from the ActSci experience, but overall the work was manageable. So I'd have to give it a 7, as in the degree program itself. I also think that the program can be spread out a little more. The 3 years, it really, it's a lot. It's a lot for any one person to manage.
Thank you.
No problem.
I am going to ask because I like hearing the story. So I just want to hear about your Miss Universe experience. How was that? How was the festivity? You know, I just want to hear about it.
Miss Universe. So I was actually a pageant baby. So I won my first title at 11. And after I did that, my goal was to be Miss Universe Jamaica. So I went on the stage and I fell in love with it. And my goal was to be Miss Universe Jamaica. I did 5 pageants after that, I believe. And no, I did 6 pageants in total. And I got, I think, 3 titles. And then Miss Universe was the end game. So I was really training for Miss Universe since I was about 13, 14. A lot of my energy was injected into walking classes, etiquette classes, all of that. So for me, it was literally living a dream. I enjoyed it so much. It was a beautiful experience. And I think there was also a lesson in that, you know, people say, man plan and God laugh. God knew that was not for me at that time. And so even though, you know, it was very sad that I never won or I never felt like I was truly awarded or whatever. What's I mean? Everybody gonna feel like they're the best, so get over yourself, you know. But it was a really good experience, and from it I took a lot. There was a lot of lessons in branding. There was a lot of lessons in it just kind of gave me a little direction with who I want to be and how I want to represent myself. And what I take from that experience is simply that you are the maker of your destiny, essentially, because when I entered Miss Universe, I was a nobody. Like, these girls were models from LA. They were super rich. They were modeling from, they were 3, they were 2. People knew them. Nobody knew me. And up until the final night, there are a lot of pageant groups, a lot of people that are watching these pageants, and a lot of people actually predicted that I would have won. And so that just goes to show that when you really put your all into something and you work hard at something, people are going to see your hard work. And you might not get the result that you want now, but there's definitely some reward you're gonna reap from it. And yeah. Love Chatty.
Do you plan to run again? Is that allowed? Can you do that?
I can. I get this question like literally every other day. I kid you not. Do I plan to run again? Maybe, but not in the near future. But maybe.
Okay.
It's possible.
Oh wait, actually, I guess I'll ask the same question if you're planning to do anything in a master's or any further studies.
Yeah, I am looking at graduate programs. Simply because I still want to give corporate another try. I'm not gonna make my one bad experience like take the whole thing. I was thinking about data science, marketing and data analytics, and maybe even corporate finance, depending on where I want to end up.
Okay.
All right, guys, if you have questions, you can just open your mic and do what Coach has been doing. Just open your mic and say them. Or if it might not work, you can just send a message in the chat and one of us will read it out.
Ask me a question.
Oh my God, in the meanwhile, I see another celebrity guest in the lineup. Is that the Brianna Fraser? Also known as President Bliss? I'm screaming. So Brianna just nodded. It's her. I'm just gonna tell you guys it's her. I don't know why she's not acknowledging us, but that's okay. We love her same way.
Hi guys! Daniel, why you have to load me up like that? I was trying to be low key.
No girl, everybody get load up. So second years would know her. but the incoming freshers, you guys don't know. So Brianna is a president for last academic year. So Brianna also known as President Blaze. So another YouTuber up in the place, guys. Come on.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, go and
we're
subscribe.
guys, we're all three-dimensional. So everybody doing ActSci, we're doing stuff on the side. So if you don't take anything away from our talks today, is find something that you're passionate in and what the word? Work towards it. If you can monetize it, that's great as well. But ActSci is stressful. You need something on the side to mellow out that stress. But yes, guys. Green, please.
I really hate Forex. I'm so sorry.
You know, actually, Forex isn't that bad. Go on through green, make your money, huh?
Gabby.
Then.
Then. I hate that Forex thing up.
Alright guys, so the floor is open. If you have any questions for either of the speakers, if the speakers have any questions for us, if you guys just want to say a little thanks, the floor is open to all of that. What is this?
Oh, I have a question. The group. How many people are actually planning to do exams?
I am, hopefully.
All right, Rashan, campaign.
Yeah, I'm as well.
I don't want to do any exams, but
I don't even want to be an actuary.
And that's okay, guys. That's okay.
Science students.
But that's okay though.
So there are quite a few, yeah, there are quite a few.
Wait. So other than Crutchley and Green, who else said they wanted to do it? Oh, the chat was blowing up. Sai, please. You don't want to do exams. You've been doing and passing.
I know.
Jeez, don't try to appropriate Dun's culture. You are starring at the exam. This is not your conversation. But yes, guys, so if you want to do exams, you can talk to Sai in the chat. Sai has 2 exams under his belt. I believe it's P and FM. Sai is a third-year ActSci student. Sai is one of those students Gina was talking about. Sai,
yeah, I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so glad that you found your passion and your purpose at 19. However, it's also okay to not have it all right now. It's also fine. You know?
Don't worry, I was a mid-school dropout, so I have a similar story.
First of all, the fact that you're accepted into med says a lot about you as a person.
Yeah, I haven't got the open scholarship, so I had to let that go and just join ActSci. I preferred that,
You guys hearing this?
I'm not even going to.
Let me just leave med and go to ActSci because I'm not smart.
Right?
Okay.
And not only just go ActSci, and he's starring up ActSci
with
big
exams
grades
under his belt before I'm all done. First of all, I couldn't breathe in second year, much less to take up no extra schoolwork from my
Yo, AtMath was the death of a lot of us.
I think what saved us with ActMath was Corona.
Definitely.
Oh, bro.
Oh, yes.
What that did there when we did that at AtMath. Actually, I feel like AtMath is one of the courses that filters out so many first years. So if you're never serious, I meet up at AtMath, you probably have hard failure, guys.
Yeah, guys, it's humbling.
I have quite a few experiences with my friends crying for
Green,
exams.
you boys, shut up. Please.
Actually, please stop talking. You need to stop talking right now. Just
No, but you guys, I don't think you guys understand the toll that ActMath took on my life. Like, when I say I had anxiety, it's not a joke. Like, I have an exam tomorrow, I'm vomiting all day today because I am nervous. Because I can go in there and know nothing, or go in there and know everything. And that was just a risk I couldn't deal with. Like, these are the things that we have to talk about. We have to make people know that it's okay. Like, I mean, it's not normal. You need to go and get help, but it happens, right? It really does happen, and you're not weird because it's happening to you. It's normal. For lack of a better word, it happens. And so we have to make people aware of it because it's a very stressing degree. I mean, I remember doing 7 exams, and then there are people who are so sorry doing 3 and going to party. And I'm just like, hello, what is even going on?
damn.
me with my 2 exams on one day and them have 2 exams spread across months. I say, hello?
Yeah.
So
But you
it's
guys,
a lot to deal with.
and to piggyback off that, this is a safe space. I am one of those friends Crutchy was talking about crying for an exam because it's a bad feeling to know that you study and you're coming up on the time and you just not remember nothing.
Like nothing in your head.
Like
Not
nothing.
one.
And the thing is, like, while we all say it's okay to fail an exam, you don't really want to.
You don't want to fail.
And the tears is when you realize that failure is the only outcome that is going to come from that
Inevitable.
exam. And so said, so done. I failed that exam. I cried for like 10 minutes in the library before that exam. I cried on my way to the tent. I cried when I came out of the exam. And when grades came out, I'm like, I know I failed. There's no reason to check it. Big F1 for my transcript. But it's okay, you know, we move, you know, brush off and keep going. And again, your support system helps because after the exam, my friends are a weird set of people. They like discuss exam after the
Every one of them.
Every
one of them.
Sean after every exam.
Yeah, man, them just go through it step by step. So just know what they were even though I knew I failed
right now.
I confirmed it with their discussions. Like, I'm just sitting there like, oh yeah, man, this question was 53. And I said, brother, a -7 me put right here. And they're like, oh, remember that this is always 100. I'm like, we did learn that? Like, that's one of those places where you have to mentally strong because you are going to have a couple of days where it's just going to be really rough and you just need to cry or do something, do some of those fun stuff that you do on the side, but just know it's okay. As you know, saying it's not really normal, but we know it happens.
It happens.
Yeah, so we're not gonna
So
pretend like
nothing wrong with you because you cried. First of all,
yes.
When I did my ActMath exam, I looked at that paper. First of all, this is the exam I studied the longest for. Because my teacher never took top tier, so me studied the longest for this test. So me are going to know with my shelling mentality. Me never fail yet, you know. So me going there big and bad. I looked at the paper. I could not answer one question. I couldn't
think I just passed that exam, like legit.
One question. Passed. When I was writing my answers, because those were not answers, I was writing what I studied because we studied and writing it on a paper. When I finished, I gave the man the paper. The man asked me, "Are you sure you're done?" Because he knew I didn't do anything. He saw me not do anything. I'm in tears at this point. And I was so afraid to go home and tell my mother. I'm afraid bad.
Wait, who is that? Jason? Yeah, you can unmute your mic and answer the question.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Oh, hi guys. Janelle, I have a question for you because you sound like you explore a lot, and by explore I mean your different passions, your different stuff that you're doing, and to see if you like them. Exploring a world that's so uncertain since COVID, I think it could be nerve-wracking, and you seem to be holding up pretty well, at least like from what I can see. So could you talk about that, please? Like how you've managed to cope with you wanting to explore, but the world isn't really stable to explore. So how do you work that out?
Honestly, right now, I'm really playing it by ear. But I think because of all of my other experiences now, I think I'm equipped with what you can call a little bit more resilience over the average person. Simply because of all the things I've explored before, all the things I've been through, and I'm personally not afraid to fail. And I think that is another important thing that I took from failing ActMath the first time is I'm not afraid to fail and I'm not afraid to start over. So when I was starting my business in the middle of a pandemic, because I actually started 2 months ago. Yeah, I'm not a big business, it's not old. I started 2 months ago. Like my friends were just like, are you sure? Like, why would you do that right now? Like, no one is gonna. A support system is important, but it's also important to know what you want, because when you know what you want and when you have the vision of where you see yourself, it's always easy to work towards that, right? And it's just also not being afraid to fail, because I've accepted that failure is a part of life, and from each failure I've actually gotten lessons and things that have made me a better person in terms of that sounds cliche, but it has made me just a stronger and more resilient person. And now I'm able to just take on things without thinking too deep about it and just be too afraid. Like, oh my God, if I do this, will Sue say, oh my God, why is Janelle doing this? Frankly, I don't care because I have my vision. I know where I see myself, and that's what I'm working towards. I hope that's
okay. So just to clarify what you were saying, it's more like you are committed to exploring what you want to, but you're not attached to the outcome. So that's why you seem so confident, because like you're giving it your all, but you know, if it doesn't work out, at least you learn something.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks.
Actually, I think I have a question. I'm not sure if this question is gonna be too detailed, but I just want to know, like, what's the whole process with starting a business? Because I know both of you guys have businesses. Like, is it a whole big process? Or
well, for me, it kind of is, because I'm actually doing a service on people, and there are a lot of side effects of or possible side effects of my service. So I actually have to be certified through the Ministry of Health. But that's why I went the certification route, because a lot of what I do now I already knew on my own. So I really just went the certification route, went to school, and then now I'm in the process of registering my business. So for me, I just kind of took it step by step so as to not be overwhelmed by everything. But there's quite a few things that you have to consider when you're starting a business, and I think it's kind of unique to each business. But advice: take it in bite-sized pieces, step by step, and you'll be fine. If
so
other
like
people do it, you can do it. Huh?
you didn't need like any investment or anything?
Oh yeah, you need money.
Yeah.
That's funny, James. I would say, as it relates to investment, invest in your own business. When you're just starting, I don't think it'd be wise for you to just approach a bank and say, yo, XYZ, whoops, more money. Or even a friend. I think in order to kind of set up yourself in a way where you're not as dependent on, or I think Jen's touched on it, because she was saying, you're no longer, she isn't afraid to fail. I think for me personally, if I had taken money from a bank or a friend who possibly was going to lend me money to start up my business, there would have been too much pressure on me to know I have to succeed because it's not my money. And I think that in and of itself can like weigh on you mentally. So for me, I just took it one step at a time. I used some of my personal money in the beginning phase until I saved enough to actually be using my business's money to then reinvest. So, and then I guess now as we're growing, both of us, Jens, you can start to look at outside options depending on the scale on which you want your business to really, the scale you want your business to become. So yeah, start small, learn.
What's like a range for startup?
That's exactly what I did, by the way. That's exactly what I did. I didn't go a loan route or anything like that.
You have like a range for startup? Like
it depends. It depends on what business you're doing. So my startup cost would have included my certification, my license, and all of that came to about $70,000. And then the initial equipment that I would have used, and that would have come to about 30. So on average, mine was probably like 100 to 120. But I really did say, I do save a lot, and I just used my 9-to-5 money, put it into that. And then after that investment, I recouped that money, and then I start using the business money to fuel the business. So there's no more money coming from my pocket.
Yeah, I agreed. For me, it was kind of different because I bake. So most houses will have a few instruments that you would use to bake. So I never right, all of those things. So for me, initially it wasn't as expensive. It was just more raw materials. But as you grow and your orders start to grow, now you have to be investing way more in getting more pans or a different mixer, probably a bigger oven, bigger fridge. So the costs are just starting to hit me now as I want to expand. So it varies. I think the best thing you can do is spend some time in research. Don't just up and start. You may fall flat on your face within a couple of days. Do some research. It won't hurt. Yeah. And follow people who do what you do. Follow people
That is why I
do what you
like
do.
my degree. because
Yeah.
a lot of econ is very important. You have to do a lot of market research, and you have to see like where your product or service is needed and who are you competing with. How am I going to one up that person
if I don't know what they're offering? Yep.
So yeah, and I personally, I follow everybody that, like the people that follow waxing pages and beauty pages. I follow all those people, and then all those people follow back, and I just teach some clients. Period. You have to be cutthroat.
Honestly, same. Like just yeah, you.
Yeah,
I
because for me,
cannot.
although I
Who work
want
better?
to
Who did it better? Period.
although I want to become an actuary, I don't want to like do this forever.
Crutchley, can you talk at a regular pace, please?
I am talking at a regular pace. What?
Jesus.
Okay, fine, let me speed it up. Although I want to become an actuary, I don't really want to do this forever. So I just want to build up enough cash to really start a business, I guess. I don't want to be doing this for like 20 years or anything like that.
You should get a skill first.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like you're probably gonna start way before you build up enough cash. If it's really a passion,
Way
it's gonna weigh
before.
heavily on you. So trust me. Me the things I need for have it all together. I need to have my new oven, my big fridge, my deep freeze, everything before I started with my mother's kitchen, guys. So trust me, if the passion is for real, you're gonna start before you have cash, and that's fine.
Well, I know I'm going too much, but do you guys have any like quote unquote employees, like people you're working with, or this is just all you?
I ain't got no employees yet.
It's all me right now. It's all me. It's all me. My vision. None of it's gonna be me. I'm just gonna be counting stacks, baby.
Same. I'm gonna come to the store once in a while just to see what's happening.
Got you.
Ching. That's funny.
Gabrielle, I have a question for you.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. Like basically, you sounded really optimistic about investing in your business, right? Which I would be. Like, it's natural to be that because you're in control. But given circumstances around the world, it's like, where you don't want to put any money anywhere, you'd lose it. So is it passion that's driving that, or I don't know, a mix of that and data, or what's driving you to say, okay, this is what I want to do, and I'm willing to commit to this?
I would say firstly passion. You have to believe in yourself, because the reality is even your family at some time or at some point may not believe in you as much as you do yourself. So it really comes down to your passion. I started before COVID, so I was kind of already in kind of like a groove before things went haywire. So I think my response would be a little bit different from Jen's, but it really has been passion. And then from passion, you start getting some steady customers, and then you're just like, okay, it's passion first, then data. And given COVID now, I realized this is where my business really has taken off, surprisingly. Having to be at home, people are kind of starting to focus on family. So now you want to do a lot of celebrations, even if it's just small. So everybody wants a small cake. They're saying, oh, I don't know how long I'm going to live. This is a reality. I don't know how much longer I'll be alive. So I really just want to do it best. So they're not necessarily going to Price Mart for the cheap cake. No offense, Price Mart. They want something of quality. So I realized, given COVID now, I actually have been doing way better just because of what COVID has now, the mindset it has caused people to really have to adapt to. So yeah, passion and then data.
I want to add something.
Yeah.
You're speaking a lot about how the world is right now and not wanting to invest money. And the thing is, with the global economy, with anything, things are constantly changing. So you as an entrepreneur or someone that's interested in business, you have to change with the world. You have to see how you can provide what you are offering in the best possible way, regardless of what's happening around it. Because regardless of COVID, people here still are growing off of wax. People are saying, how can I get my cakes in these homes in this time? So you really have to, you just have to believe in yourself and think about how are you going to change with the market? How are you going to change with what's happening? Because things still happen. COVID now leave right now.
Very true. An example I'd share, like a recent one, I was on a work call and we were, discussing this how we're going forward with even like birthday celebrations, we're going to do something quarterly. And my manager actually said she was been thinking about, because we're all going to be at home, that's just the reality. She's thinking about how do we get like personalized food items. So you go, when you have your little quarterly birthday, you have cake, you have probably KFC, you have food. How do we get that to individuals' homes? So during that time of celebration, while you're at home, we're still fellowshipping in the same kind of food or whatever. So I think even larger companies now are starting to really have to think out of the box. So if you're in the corporate sphere and you have a business idea, now is the time to really listen into meetings because problems are going to come up that need solution. And what if you can probably be that solution? So it's just really about remaining pliable. If it going over there, so you run with it over there. So if it going here, so run with it. And don't lock yourself into a box. Life is not black and white. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Period.
What if you don't know what a passion is?
Girl, James, you want to take that? I think I could probably take that. I think all of us have passion. It's just a matter of how honest are you willing to be with yourself. Because I think you may have a passion, but because it's not what the world says you should have, or what society says you should have, or what looks cute now, or what's in now, you kind of downplay it. So being honest with yourself and really just evaluating, okay, what do I like to do? It starts from there. What do I like to do? If it means I have to wake up 12 o'clock in the night, I'll be willing to do it, kind of a thing. And then from there, it starts to kind of flesh out. So don't think you need to have, oh my God, I'm passionate about helping babies right away. It kind of can just start from love of children and it grows.
For me, I think passion starts from interests. And as you grow and develop in things, you realize that this is something you really like doing and you keep at it and then you become passionate about it. So I know it's kind of like hard to sit and hear people like, oh my God, I'm so passionate about this. I'm so passionate about ActSci. Oh my God, I'm going to do all my exams and I'm going to be an actor in like 2020. Period. Like it's so overwhelming, especially when you're young and you're still figuring yourself out. And that is why I personally believe, and I always encourage people to try things. Try things. What are you gonna lose if you take that dance class tomorrow at 4 p.m.? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? You're gonna take the dance class. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't go back. So I encourage people to try things, and we are always on this race against time. Like, I have to do this when I'm 22, and I have to do this when I'm 23, and I have to do this when I'm 25. But achieving something great at age 40 doesn't make it any less great than achieving it at age 25. And people don't like to give themselves time to learn and to grow. So, girl, you might not know your passion till you're 55. Maybe your passion is taking care of your grandchildren. You don't know. Try things, experience things, and make memories and live your best possible life, period.
James, are your glasses?
Yeah, I can't see. Oh my God.
I realized. Oh my goodness.
I try to be a hot girl all the time, and Lord,
No,
I really cannot see. I'm gonna try things, yeah. Try things in the young. Enjoy myself.
Yeah, that's a mistake I made too. Just in general life, I always thought I had to get it together before a particular age. We are so young. It's not even funny. I was just like, okay, by 22, I need to have this and that and that and that. But bro, you are legit just 22. Calm down. It's not that serious.
The funniest thing with that is, when in primary school, you're doing what age you want to get married and the kids. I said I was going to have kids at 23, and I don't know if who and past than you doing that. But being not upon that, and it's okay. Like, we are still young. I don't know why we thought at that age that everything's supposed to be figured out. No, that don't make no sense. We just
because I let them show up on TV, girl.
Exactly.
That was on TV.
Exactly.
Oh, I just also Gabby, you
hey.
Kate them shot.
Bad.
Oh my
Great.
God.
No,
Thank
like
you.
for me,
I have a question for Gabby. For the cupcakes.
Hey.
For the cupcakes, how long before
Don't
I have
ask me no price.
No, I
Oh,
saw the
okay.
price already. I see the one I like already, but I want it for next week. So like
Next week when?
Friday.
You can order from now or by Saturday.
Okay, I'll text you.
All right, honey.
Well,
Listen,
guys.
shameless plug, guys. If you need anything, just drop in my DMs. Okay? I got you.
Hey guys, we send both of their IG links in the group chat, so just follow up, share with your friends, make couple order, book couple services.
Yes, Jens, I need to come down there. Truly.
No girl, same. But guys, we have like one space for one more question for either of the speakers, and then we're gonna wrap up because again we don't wanna. Gabriel is at work.
Guys, easy now. May I look on my email him and no emails are coming. Calm down.
So we just want to. I know you guys enjoyed this little chit chat session. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, I don't realize the time. But if we just want to wrap up shortly. So if you have any other questions, anything you want to say, if you just want to tell them you love them, that's fine. So we have time. All right, Celine, please. We have time for one more question, one more statement, and then we're gonna hand over to Gabrielle McGee to wrap up.
I'm just like, no, you ain't.
No,
Not me, boo.
Gabrielle in the club here. I have to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
So any other questions, guys, before we wrap up?
Is it hard to enter Miss Jamaica? That's the question. Is it hard to enter Miss Jamaica, Miss Universe? Well, there are lots of. All right, so let me take out this here. So I'm a pageant baby. So I was injected into pageant world from when I was really young, and there are lots of Miss Jamaicas. So once you win a local title and you go elsewhere, you're a Miss Jamaica. So there are lots of competitions. I guess the two most popular ones that people know is Miss Universe Jamaica and Miss Jamaica World. It really does take a lot of training and a lot of work. So a lot of people will look at it like, oh my God, they're just pageant girls, you know? There's a lot of training and a lot of work that goes into it even before you enter the competition. So before you go into a competition like that, if you do plan to win, because I mean, I'm not planning for good if no exposure, I can expose myself elsewhere, period. I go to win. So I normally have a coach and a strict diet and a strict gym regime, because how you look has a lot to do with it. I mean, they like to say, oh, beauty is from within, sure. But in those spaces, they would like for their Miss Universe, they would even like for their contestants to have a specific look and a specific way in which they bring themselves. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. When I was doing Miss Jamaica, just a little heads up on how many hours a day I am training and rehearsing for Miss Jamaica. One day we counted it, and the tally was 18 hours.
There is no way.
18 hours for the whole day. You are training and you are learning, because you're going to gym, you're going to speech class, you're going to etiquette class, you're going to walking class, and then after that you have to go to class to rehearse the actual show. And then when that is done, you have to go back to walking class again. And then depending on what your gym routine is, you might have gym again in the night. And I'm talking like 12 a.m. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm good.
Yes, guys, as Alyssa said, she did a video.
So you need to go and check out my channel, get that video to 1,000 views.
Period. Well, guys, yeah, I'm not even going to start the closing. I'm going to hand over to Gabby McGee.
Hi, guys. So, personally, I would really like to thank these two speakers. For Gabrielle, I think you both spoke to me, seeing that last week I was considering changing my major. No joke.
Oh, sweet God.
Oh, that's what the message was about.
Every day.
So I think Gabrielle really spoke to me, because I'm like, is that what I want to do? Like, this is not it. I'm here and I'm just not interested. But then I really love business. I recently started a small business in May, and I'm like, I love
what you do.
Like a business girl, what you do?
Oh my gosh, I sell phone accessories.
Yeah, girl, you have like stuff for OnePlus and
One.
guys,
Gabriel
I have to
fool.
ask.
Maggie
OnePlus.
is so fool.
We'll talk off air. Never mind. Continue.
Gabriel,
Okay.
you can't sell phone case if you don't know what is OnePlus.
I know what is OnePlus, but which one are the OnePlus? Them I couldn't look like. Did you say OnePlus?
No, the other one with the nice
OnePlus.
camera quality and
Yeah.
the fanciness.
We'll talk off air. No worries.
Yeah, so these two speakers really spoke to me specifically because, you know, I don't know more to do no more, and I really like business. I really love accounts, so I'm just looking to finish this degree and then try and go into that. So special thanks to both speakers. I think you guys really provided us a lot of information, especially Janelle. She seems like such a natural. Oh my gosh. And from all of us, thank you very much, both Gabriel and Janelle. Guys, a few reminders. Remember that you will receive an email immediately after this meeting for the mentorship form, the subcommittee form, deputy EAC, PCC. So guys, make sure to check out the email. We love you guys. I will miss you guys. And remember to join us right here again next week at 2:00.
Yes, guys. And the meeting was recorded, so I might post on the YouTube channel. I go rewatch it and make sure we never expose nobody, and then.
No, don't forget expose.
All right, so no problem. This will be up
all of them.
This will be up on the YouTube channel, guys. So again, as Gabby said, thank you all. I'm gonna allow you guys to leave the meeting because I kind of a tendency to end the meeting when people talking. So
yes.
So as Gabby said everything. So have a great rest of your day and see you next week Thursday.
Guys.
Hi guys. Thanks for having us.
Bye everybody.
Check out our IG. The latest post is very nice.
Remember to check your
please.
Daniel?
Who that? Oh, hello.
Hi, it's Trevin. I'm gonna send you something right now for iMessage. Like, just take a quick look on it. I beg you.
Oh my gosh.
I can. Oh, but you must still
Thanks,
record. So that's another YouTube video too.
Oh my gosh.